If human bones found under a Leicester car park do turn out to be those of King Richard III, and they might, the archaeological remains could be worth £4 million a year to the city's economy.
Well, that's according to an international marketing expert who's been talking to our reporter, Eleanor Garnier.
As Shakespeare noticed, the evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. But if the bones come up again, does the good come with them?
How to market a monster and make millions. Richard III was the ultimate Shakespearean villain, twisted in body and mind, usurper of the crown who did away with his nephews, the princes in the Tower. But does that sound like a fun day out?
Some marketing experts say yes. What's more, they reckon it'll bring at least £4 million into the city every year through tourism.
Well, I would estimate at least £3 to £4 million in ticket sales alone. That's based on looking at Jorvik Centre sales, for example. But that doesn't even take into account cafes, hotels, restaurants. So he's really worth a fortune.
The truth about Richard is probably less toxic than Shakespeare made out. He might, after all, have had a rightful claim to the crown. And there's no real proof he did away with the princes. So what's more marketable? The complicated truth or the ready-made myth?
It doesn't matter if he's a murky character at all. It's a fabulous story, and a story that people outside Leicester from all over the world are going to be really interested in. He could be a goodie or a baddie. At the end, he's Richard III, one of our kings.
So how can Leicester turn Richard's bones into tourism gold?
This is the car park where the bones were actually found. Now they're being DNA tested against a living Plantagenet. But it's not a very impressive place of pilgrimage, is it?
No, it's not terribly salubrious. But what you have to imagine is an amazing visitors centre that creates the sights, the sounds and the smells of the era of the 1400s that really helps to put Leicester and Richard III into context and show that Richard III really was quite an amazing king.
And don't let's forget merchandise. That alone could be worth hundreds of thousands a year in gift shop and internet sales.
Merchandise is absolutely vital. It's a huge revenue stream. It's also a memory that people can take back of Leicester for years to come.
Richard himself was famously bad at marketing, but now it all hangs on those DNA tests. Those results should be known in January. Eleanor Garnier, BBC East Midlands Today in Leicester.